Metal Up World, this is CJ with CJOrtiz.com and MetalMotivation.com. This is the first episode of a new 5-message series I'm doing entitled How to Push Past Pain to Reach Your Next Level. Pushing past pain. Everybody is familiar with pain, right? Pain in your body, pain in your mind, pain in your financial situation, pain in emotions, relationships. We all know what pain is. Pain, however, is a good source of information. Pain tells you when there's something wrong. If you didn't have pain, if you didn't experience some sort of pain, then you wouldn't know when you were meeting an injury. Isn't that right? I mean, what if you had seriously injured a bone or arm or something, but you kept moving it and didn't feel any pain? You would obviously do more damage. So pain can be a helpful source of information. It shows you where your limit is. Now, that's obvious and plain, is it not, when we're talking about a broken bone? You know, if I'm injured in my shoulder, I realize I can't raise my arm past this point. Now, as the body mends and heals and you start to submit yourself to therapy, you start to gently and slowly work your arm up and up until you're able to move it just as you used to do. It takes that in order to get past the barriers of pain. But pain is a great indication of what's wrong. Emotionally, pain is a great indication of something that's wrong. But there are other forms of pain. There's pain that, for example, bodybuilders experience, but that's a pain that they welcome. Pain for their situation comes from resistance. The greater the pain means the greater the resistance. But in their mind, they understand that the greater the resistance means the greater the increase. Because when you're dealing with muscle and trying to build it up, it is the concept of something being damaged for growth. And I want you to really hear me, to be damaged for growth. And that's really what this series is about. Damage for growth. You have to push past your pain in order to reach your next level. So for a bodybuilder, they have to be able to push past their pain. If they don't push past pain, that means they're not increasing their resistance. And without greater resistance, their muscles will never grow. If you don't lift weight, if you just do the motion of weightlifting without any weight, your muscle is not going to grow. Why? Because there's simply no resistance. The reason why you use weights is because weights produce resistance. This resistance is what forces the muscles to work harder than they have before. That produces a breakdown in the muscle, damaging. It is actually a form of damaging. It's a healthy damaging, though. It's damaged so that the muscles can build back up stronger. And when you combine that with a healthy diet, obviously you see the results in bodybuilders and health and fitness models. But again, damaging muscle in training is another form of pain. It tells you where your resistance lies. It tells you how far you can go. There's emotional pain, obviously, that we all experience. This is the one that's really harmful. Because what happens is, because of the pain of the past, we can't lift ourselves past a certain point. We become reluctant to take action. We become reluctant to take a chance on our future. We become reluctant to step out in belief and courage and boldness to really invest ourselves in our own future, because we've let the pain of the past shape us. We've let the pain of the past set limitations. Like a broken shoulder or collarbone, we can only go so far. Because of the emotional pain of the past, we will only allow ourselves to go so far. But if you do go just a little further today, like the therapist working somebody through their pain to lift their arm even higher or walk even more with their broken legs, if you're willing to push past just a little bit, what lies beyond your pain? Your next level. And why do you want that? Because there's a source, there's an experience, there are resources that you've never tapped into before that are going to come straight out of your own self. Happiness, fulfillment, joy, courage, excitement, enthusiasm, energy, passion, drive, all of this lies beyond your pain. Beyond the barriers of your pain lies your next level. And at your next level is so much that you've only dreamed of, so much that you see that happens and is experienced by other people, but you don't experience yourself. And what happens when you live like that, limited by your pain, being forced to observe the good life that supposedly everybody else is living? You become bitter. You become envious. You become dark in your soul. The pain starts to eat you alive. Bitterness poisons your attitude. You become cynical and despising. You start to say how much you hate other people. It's because you're tired of looking and seeing what everybody else seems to have, but you don't have. But you could have it. You could most definitely have it. But you're not going to until you push past your pain barriers. Again, that's where your next level lies. And that's what I want to cover all this week in this series on pushing past pain barrier in order to reach your next level. I'm doing this all in my Life Domination online coaching group. You can learn more about it by visiting the link below, metalmotivation.com/Life Domination Coaching. I'd love to have you in there, so please visit the link today. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.